Welcome to the Side Out Society podcast, your go-to place for the culture, stories, and communities surrounding women's volleyball. I'm one of your hosts, Tiff Oshinsky.
And I'm Lindsay Harwood, your other host.
All right, Lindsay, I need to ask you a quick question, all right?
Oh God.
When you were in high school, what was your biggest accomplishment, whether it was volleyball related or not?
My volleyball related one, we won CIF in California, which was like the big Division I, and we got to put a big banner down, and I still have a massive ring that I have. We got the men's ring, and I still I still brag about it. So yeah, that's mine. Now I'm on to rec volleyball, so that career has gone down.
Perfect. Yeah, I think mine, I have two kind of, because one sort of supersedes the other. My first was being recruited to play for Penn State, which would have been super cool had I done it, because my next one was that I got into NYU Film School, which was extremely hard to do. And thanks to that, this is why I'm podcasting and doing this with you and doing awesome stuff. So, good accomplishments. But, I have to say that our guest today, actually, she spent her high school years basically just collecting trophies. No offense to year one, but she collected a ton like they were rare Pokemon. And honestly, she hasn't slowed down since. She is, and I say this with zero hyperbole, a literal maestro of the volleyball court. She's a point-scoring architect, a master of deception, and quite possibly the only person on the planet who could turn a chaotic broken play into a work of art before most of us have even processed that the ball is in the air. She grew up in Texas, where she helped anchor a three-peat of state titles at Lovejoy High School and was named the National Gatorade Player of the Year. She then embarked on a collegiate tour of excellence, stopping at Baylor in Texas before landing at SMU, where she was the ACC Setter of the Year and finished her career with over 4,600 assists. She is a clinical strategist, a first-round draft pick, and now the technical heartbeat of the Atlanta Vibe in Major League Volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the woman who spent her youth studying Lauren Carlini YouTube videos like they were a masterclass series, a certified Diet Coke connoisseur, and one half of Atlanta's premier sushi tasting duo, Averi Carlson.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, Averi. We're so excited to have you on the show. And I have to start, where do you keep all these trophies? Do you have an Averi wing in your house?
Oh my gosh. I think my family does, yeah. My dad has them up in his office, so super cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Does he have them on display during meetings and stuff?
I'm sure he does, probably. So he's proud.
Before we get to the serious stuff about volleyball, as a fellow Diet Coke connoisseur, I have to ask, what is your favorite Diet Coke? What's your number one?
McDonald's, for sure.
Yes. Okay, yes, me too.
Yes, it's so good. Have to.
My son is a Diet Coke connoisseur, but he goes to Burger King for his.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I'm team McDonald's over here. Okay, we can get into the important stuff, but to me that's very important.
Yes.
I understand the importance of the Diet Coke. And actually, while we're on it, can I actually ask you about this sushi review that you and Ava Martin are doing in Atlanta right now? I just see all these TikToks of you traveling to all these different sushi locations. Where did this start? How did it start? Why did it start?
Yeah, we both love sushi. And so we're like, why don't we just start making TikToks, reviewing all these places? So every week, it was we were kind of going twice a week. At one point, we were like, we might need to calm down a little bit. It's getting pretty expensive. So it's kind of died out a little bit, but we just find stuff on TikTok, honestly. And if it looks good, we're like, we'll go try it this week. So super fun.
Well, it's really entertaining. I love it.
Thank you.
Is there a specific roll that you get, or is it you try the special? Because there's sushi places by me that I always want to try, and every time I look at the menu, I'm like, oh, that looks so good. And then I go back to my normal salmon avocado roll.
Right. Yeah. I feel like we kind of get the same-ish stuff wherever we go, but we try to get the, what's it called? The spicy tuna rice. What is it called? Crispy rice.
Oh, the crispy rice.
Yes,
one.
the crispy rice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We usually get that as an appetizer and then get some different rolls and try them all. So super fun.
I like it.
Yes.
I mean, you can't go wrong with sushi. It's awesome.
Yes, it's the best. I love it.
So going to your volleyball journey, can we start at the beginning? And can you tell us what you wanted to actually be when you grew up and what was kind of little Averi's ambition before volleyball even entered the picture?
Yeah. So growing up, I started playing volleyball in the first grade. So my older cousins were playing, and they were coached by my mom and her aunt, and my aunt, sorry, her sister. And so I just wanted to be just like my older cousins and started playing with them. And then I started club when I was 10 years old. And so by that time, I was like, I love volleyball. Like, I want to play in college and do all the things. And so I didn't really know like what I wanted to do outside of volleyball kind of thing in college. So going into college, I kind of was unsure and didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. But
it sounds like at the beginning, like when you first played, you were like, this is what I want to do in college as a 10-year-old or something.
Yes, it got serious. Like 12s, I was like, yeah, like I really want to play in college, like so bad.
And you started as a setter. Was that your first position, or did you do other positions first?
Yeah, I set and hit on the right side until my 15th year of club. And then I just went straight to setting.
So that's why you're such a good hitter setter.
Oh, thanks. I know, I'm like back living like my glory days. And when I get to like hit an overpass or something, I'm like, yes, it's so fun. But yeah, it's really fun.
When did you know that you weren't just good at volleyball, but that like you were great?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I just like I had coaches like tell me like you could really like actually play in college. And I was like at that time I like thought that was like always like a dream, and like I obviously wanted to play pro. But at the time, like when I was younger, it was you had to go overseas to play. And so like that was scary in itself. I'm like, that is so far from home. Like I'm really close with my sister, my younger sister. And so the thought of like being halfway across the world from my family was super scary. But yeah, I don't know how old I was when I like really thought I was good. And like, I don't know the answer to that.
It was just felt inside you. You're like, this is destined for me.
Yes, I guess so.
So I saw you used to watch Lauren Carlini YouTube videos. So where did that come from? Like, what made you choose Lauren? I mean, obviously Lauren Carlini is amazing. She's one of, if not the best defensive setter in the world. But what made you decide, like, I want to learn Lauren Carlini's skills, and this is how I'm going to start like watching her videos and learning?
Yeah, it was my 14th year of club. My head coach, he was like, you need to watch her, like just study her, like see all that she's doing. And so I like would watch like YouTube videos in my room and stuff. And so, yeah, I just look up to her so much. She's such a great player and really, really fun to learn from.
That's dedication at 14.
Yes, I know. I was like locked in, I guess. But I just wanted to be great. And so watching her was definitely awesome.
And your sister played volleyball too at Texas Advantage, right?
Yes, she did. And then she stopped playing, I want to say her 15th year, I think. She didn't want to play in college. So she was like, I'm done with this. She played in high school. We got to play together my senior year, her sophomore year, and we won state together. So it was super special.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a great way to go out.
Yes, it was so awesome. I loved it.
I feel like your story isn't just linear. It's pretty unique. You went to Baylor, you went to Texas, transferred to SMU. Now you're playing professionally. Can you talk about what that transferring was like? Like you were at Baylor, you went to Texas. What made that decision? And then we can talk about like going from Texas to SMU. I'm just curious, like what was your mindset? Like if you looking back on it, like how do you make sense of that journey so far? And like how do you feel each of those chapters or schools shaped who you are today as a pro player?
So I spent 2 years at Baylor and I left after my sophomore season. I just didn't really feel like it was the best fit. And at that time, I feel like transferring was kind of frowned upon. And so going into the transfer portal, I was actually terrified. And just the whole process is a whirlwind. I mean, you're trying to like, you end your season and then you're trying to find a new one before school starts in January. And so it was definitely very scary, a lot of prayer. And I just felt like Texas was the best fit for me at the time. And so that's kind of how I made that decision.
It's going to be so hard too with like when you're studying and you've like made friends at one place, then you got to go to a completely new different place. Like I know that obviously you spend a lot of time with the team. I've heard from other players that like when you're kind of choosing a college, you really want to make sure that your team is like awesome because you spend so much time with your team. But like, because you're 19, 20 when this is happening? Like how overwhelmed were you? Like how did you mentally handle that?
Yeah, I was so overwhelmed and I had really great friends at Baylor. And so leaving them, I was so sad. But going into Texas, I had great friends there too. And so just finding that balance, I still keep in touch with some of the girls at Baylor. Like one of my best friends, actually, she's coming to visit soon, I think.
Aw.
But yeah, so just like keeping in touch is super important and just keeping those friendships that you've built.
So when you went into that portal, did you have Texas on your list of places you wanted to go, or was that a surprise? Like, how did that work? How did you end up there?
So out of high school, I really wanted to go to Texas. That was like my top choice. And then I went to a Baylor camp and Sam Erger, who is now the head coach at SMU, she was there and I just loved her. And Jason Williams, who now is at TCU, they were both there and recruited me to Baylor. And so I just loved everything that they were about and just the culture and the family aspect of Baylor. And so it kind of like flipped me and I was like, maybe Baylor is the right fit for me. So yeah, going into the transfer portal the first time, I was like, I want to go to Texas. Like, I just feel like that's really where I need to be. So that's kind of how that all worked out.
And then Sam Erger ends up at SMU, and you're like, let's go.
Yes. Yes, I love her. She's so great. Such an awesome coach.
Yeah, we had Emily Eman on like during the college season, and she was just like, saying how amazing Sam Erger is as a coach and how great she is. So we're hoping to get her on the podcast like in a few weeks or before the college season starts. Do you have any good Sam Erger stories about like her personality, her coaching style, or just like anything fun about her that you want to share?
Oh my gosh, so many stories. She's just the best, and she really cares about her players, and she loves to have a good time. So she makes practice fun, but she's so competitive too, which it's a good balance. Like you feel like you can have a lot of fun in practice while also competing. So playing for her was honestly the best way to end my college career. I loved it.
Her outfits are also awesome too.
Yes. Yeah, she's so cute. She's always so put together. I love her.
No, she's fun to watch from the sidelines. I was like, I get that competitive spirit and the passion and care. Like that comes across to us. So it's cool to hear that from you.
Yes, for sure.
I wanted to ask if you're like willing to talk about this. I feel like, as you transferred from Texas and made that decision to go to SMU, like there's a version of your story where you would have stayed at Texas and graduated, and that would have been, on your resume, but you chose a risk, you chose uncertainty, you chose to leave and go to SMU, where you then became the ACC Setter of the Year, first round draft pick, are obviously killing it. Like, I would love to understand your mentality around that and what made you choose that path for yourself and what was going through your head and what drove that.
I definitely would say my junior year was super hard, mentally, just super draining in a sense. And going into my senior year, I was like, I really want to play pro. Like that is my goal. And I need to be in an environment that will like allow me to do that kind of. And so SMU just felt like the best fit. And the coaches were going to support me in my dream. And so, yeah, it was honestly so great. I mean, I can't think of a better place to end my career. I have nothing but amazing things to say about SMU. I loved it.
And then you end up being a first-round draft pick for the Atlanta Vibe. I know that you were still in the middle of the season. Like, Mimi told us that when she got, watched the draft and she got picked first overall, she's like, it was awesome. And there was like a little celebration. I did some media, but then we had to go practice because it was the tournament. So, like, what was your draft day experience like?
Yes, pretty similar. I think we practiced and lifted before the draft show, and then we watched the show all together, had a little watch party with our team and some of our family members and celebrated. And then we went to, where were we? Pitt. I think we left for Pitt pretty soon, so it was right in the middle of all of it. That is just a blur to me. I'm like, that was not that long ago, but it feels like forever ago. But so fun. I felt so loved and celebrated, and it was just really awesome.
Yeah, that transition went so fast from college season ends, and then in a few weeks, I mean, I don't even know, what was the time period between when you ended college to having to go to training camp for pro?
Yeah, we got done playing in mid-December, I think. Yeah, mid-December, and then we had to report the day after Christmas. So very quick turnaround. I went home for a few weeks, and then packed up and came to Atlanta.
Now you're killing it with Atlanta. And I can I just follow up? So I know you said, what is that like, that transition like? Like you've had some incredible highs, senior year, SMU winning, setter of the year. You said it, your time at Texas was a little challenging. You had a harder time. Like, how did you, I think there's a lot of players, whether you're in club or you're in college, who maybe are not getting the playing time you want, or you're doing really well one year and you're having a tough year for whatever reason the next time. And volleyball is such a mental sport. Like, how did you take that mentality or any ups and downs that you went through, whether during college or personal, whatever, and how have you transferred that or overcame that to become the player you are today, running a really amazing quick offense, like playing so well with confidence? It's really fun to see you. So yeah, I'm just curious, like how you took that mentality and made it to who you are today.
Thank you. I think coming in as a pro, it's so hard to be a rookie because you come in and these girls have so much experience and have played at such a high level for so long, and you kind of feel like a freshman again, but times like 100, I feel, because these girls have been playing pro and just playing with the best of the best. It's honestly so insane, like coming into a gym like that. So yeah, just leaning on past experiences, trusting the training that I've gotten in the past. And just leaning on my teammates has definitely helped me, like with the transition. The girls are so great here, and practice is so competitive but so fun, and the coaches are awesome too. So that definitely has helped the transition for sure.
What has been the biggest difference between college and pro for you?
The speed, for sure. It's so fast, and it's just insane. Like, I knew that it was going to be a big jump, but coming in, I was like, wow, this is so different than college. Like, these girls hit the ball so hard. Like, everything's just so much faster and more like dynamic in a sense. So definitely a big change.
You said everything's quick. I think as a setter, you're known for running a really quick, efficient offense. So when you went into I'm like, how could you possibly run something quicker? But obviously it's pro, but what are the little things, I'm just so curious, that you're working on the court, like with your coaches in practice? Like, what are those things that you were like, okay, I'm in the pros, this is what I want to get better at, or this is what I'm working on?
Yeah, so many things. My defense, definitely just like having good eyes and blocking, and back row defense, just having good eye work. And then offensively, like having 4 options or 5 options at times, and just like including like the back row attack. That's definitely newer for me. I mean, we had a right side that played 6 rows at SMU, but just like kind of running an offense like in a new mindset kind of thing, where like keeping speed at like all times if you can, just like running different like routes to get hitters different looks. It's just like the same as college, but like elevated, like a whole new mindset kind of thing, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah. Are the crowds different as like a pro versus college, or do you find it kind of similar?
Yeah. Some of the venues that we play in have a lot of fans, like Omaha. Their gym is insane. I haven't really played in Nebraska, so I know Nebraska fans are definitely big volleyball fans. So it's really fun to play there. But the arenas are just much bigger than most arenas that I've played in college. So definitely an adjustment, but super fun, the energy is so great in there. I love it.
You got to, even though you're a rookie and first round draft pick, you also got to join Ava Martin on this team, your sushi tasting buddy. But you guys also played on the U23 team together. Did you guys know each other before this U23 team, or did you guys like meet there and become close friends?
Yeah, we knew each other through volleyball, but we weren't actually friends. And then the U23 team, we became really close there. And then we were so excited to be on the same team now. She's my roommate. And so we just have the best time. I love her to death. She's so fun.
I feel like you must have the setter hitter connection, just like ESP. Just it's already tight as a setter and hitter, but you're also roommates and best friends. Do you have like a look, like if you make a mistake or she makes a mistake, like do you have like a secret language, or how do you like pump her up if she's making some errors? What does that look like?
Yeah, we have the best time. It's just really fun, like getting to play with her again. I mean, we played together over the summer, and then just being here like getting to grow that connection even more is so fun. And we just like honestly kind of joke around together when we're on the same side. It's so fun. I love playing with her.
I have so many other questions I want to ask you about like your relationship with Ava and like being roommates and stuff. But going back to that U23 team, you also now have a reunion with head coach Caleb Banworth. When you got drafted, were you like, hey, girl, I'm back? Or like, what was that reunion like?
Yeah, it was so awesome. We obviously called and just talked about me being in Atlanta, and I was like, I would love to play for you again. So I'm so happy that she drafted me and that I'm here in Atlanta. She's so great. She's such a great coach and knows so much about the game, and she's just also so caring and cares about her players. So it's super fun to play for her.
That's awesome.
Back playing for her. So I love her. She's awesome.
So wait, with you and Ava being roommates now, besides your sushi escapade going around the city of Atlanta, finding the best sushi, what do you guys do? What is your hobby? Because as a pro player, they always say like all of a sudden, besides the speed of the game, the biggest difference is all the time you have on your hands. So like, what's the hobby that you do by yourself and that you guys do together that's not necessarily sushi eating?
Yeah, for sure. We have so much time. Like we get done with practice usually around 1 to 3, 2 maybe. And so like the whole afternoon, evening we have off and we like to go shopping. There's a good mall here, so love to go shopping, but can't do that every day. So we find, we've been watching shows, honestly. We'll like make dinner and then watch a little show. Right now we're watching Love Story, I think, on Hulu. It's about
One.
JFK Jr.
Oh, wait, yes, I do. And I've been wanting to watch that one.
Yes. We're on episode 3 now, I think. So y'all need to watch it. It's so good. But we also, what was the other show that we watched? The one that goes back in time, the JFK.
Oh, 11. It was
the 1963, the Stephen King adaptation.
Yes.
with James Franco.
Yes,
that was a good one.
James Franco. Yeah. So
I haven't watched that one either. I feel like I'm so far behind
it's a
on my
good
television
book,
show
Tiff.
watching.
You're a book reader too. You'd like
so
the book.
good. So good. So a lot of show watching, just hanging out.
Bedazzling.
Bedazzling, yes. I did buy a bedazzling kit and I have been bedazzling.
I bought one too. We were just talking to Mimi about that also, that she's into it also. I was like, oh, it's a universal thing. I didn't know anyone else did it, so I'm not alone.
Yes. No, I saw it on
What have you
TikTok
made?
and I was like, I need that. And so I just have been bedazzling like random things in my room. So fun.
What's your favorite thing that you've bedazzled?
I have this Rhode lip gloss. And I bedazzled like the whole thing. I need to find it. I don't know where it is. I also bedazzled my charger and the top of my perfume. But I need some. I ran out of like one color, so I need to order some new gems. But so fun.
Good. You're giving me some good ideas
Yes.
of what I can do next.
Yes. So many things.
I feel like I need to get into the bedazzling. But so I spent my time. So we have these like friendship bracelets that we've been making for us, which we will send you. But this has been like my thing to do is like friendship bracelets or puzzles. I love puzzles.
Oh, that's a good idea. We should get a puzzle. We'll write that down.
Do all the girls on your team or do all the athletes on your team live in the same building? Do you choose your own housing? Like, what is that like? You're drafted, you move. Did you have to find your own apartment? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, thankfully we did not have to find our own apartment. We live all in the same apartment complex. There's a few of us.
That's
I think
awesome.
There's 2 girls that live. One's at home and then one's in another apartment, I think. But majority live here, which is really nice.
So you're all still close. That's nice.
Yeah.
So it's like college,
College life.
graduate. Yeah.
Yes. So nice.
Going back to your volleyball playing, I had read, a lot of coaches say that you are, obviously an amazing player, but you're super humble and you kind of like have this quiet confidence about you. How have you been able to like step up and get out of your comfort zone? Because as a setter, you kind of can't be too quiet,
Yes, for sure. It's definitely outside of my comfort zone to be loud, and I'm just a naturally quiet person. And I feel like I play super like steady, like calm. I don't really get too high or anything. So coming into pros, especially like having to take on a bigger role in a sense and be more assertive. I'm still working on it. So just trying to be like more assertive and like run the court more out of my comfort zone, but definitely working on it.
I guess as you're communicating with your hitters, what are you doing to like hype yourself up or your hitters? Like, we've talked to some of the other players. Everyone makes mistakes. It's volleyball. You're going to shank a pass, mishit, whatever. Like, how do you, if you see your hitters having a rough go, like what are you doing to hype them up? Or if you feel like you're not having the best game yourself, like what goes on like mentally? How are you getting yourself out of that? I think as a setter, you're the quarterback, you're running the offense, and you're so crucial to every single point. You're touching almost every single rally, ball, every rally. How are you dealing with that mentally to stay positive and to keep your team up and positive?
It's definitely challenging. I think just leaning on my teammates, and I'm a big like eye contact or like hand holds kind of thing. Like that helps me reset. And so like we're in a serve receive pattern or something. And like, for example, Corey Lewis, my middle, like I always like squeeze her hand. Like it just helps me reset and just like on to the next ball. Or like telling my hitters, like if they make a mistake, going back to them is always good to like give them the confidence that I like trust them and I know that they can put the ball away. And so just little things like that.
That's helpful because, as viewers and watchers, we see in a lot of the media outlets are covering the stats and how is the game and, just more of the general play-by-plays. But it's so fascinating, as Tiff and I have played, and to just talk to you guys about that mentality, because it's such a mental sport as well. And it's a long game. When you're doing these 5 setters, I mean, how do you stay locked in? I mean, some of these games are they're long, and you especially, I can't imagine the training you have to do to like be, at the top of your game for a full 5-set match. It's just very impressive. So what are you doing after a 5-set match? Are you going home to take a nap? Are you going out to celebrate? Like, what's your team's vibe or what's your vibe?
Yeah, I think it just depends on the day. We usually like to grab dinner after the match, hang out with each other, but definitely big on recovery. Usually we'll have the day off the next day. And so going on walks, red light is always really good. And then there's this place called Sweat House, which is like a sauna, cold tub kind of thing. And so they're really big on recovering and making sure our bodies are staying healthy.
So I coach some high school like now, and the trainer told the parents at like, parent night, whatever, like, your kids, they're athletes. I know they're in high school, but you know what? They also need to recover. And so, yeah, they should be getting massages like once a week. And I was like, I wish I had someone telling my parents I needed massages once a week when I was playing in high school.
Right?
Like that recovery is huge.
Yeah. No, it is. It's game changer for sure. If you take care of your body outside of practice and games. It's crazy the difference.
So we're older, a lot older than you. And I'm playing in a women's tournament this weekend. My first time ever playing in a women's tournament, or I should say the first time I'm playing 4 games at least in one day since I was in high school.
Best of luck to you. We will sign you up for the cold plunge and sauna ASAP.
I need to find this place like by us so that I can do that on Sunday.
That's so funny.
Avery, do you like the cold plunge, or do you just suffer through it, or you like enjoy it?
I suffer through it. I don't enjoy it, but I do like how it makes me feel after. So I kind of just suffer through it, and like I just do it because I need to. Not because I like to.
Yeah. No, that is kind of a dumb question. Like, who really enjoys it when you're, if you really do enjoy it, I have more questions.
Right. So true.
Thinking of like things that, aren't really talked about or aren't in the zeitgeist just yet. Like, what's something about you that you wish people asked you about or wish people knew about you that no one really even thinks to ask you about?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe, oh my gosh. I love to be outside. I like in the summer, like I just love to be in the sun and go to the pool with my friends. I love the beach. My family goes to California every year. And so anything outdoors, I'm all for it.
Do you like to do a lot of sightseeing and stuff? Like that type of outside stuff? Like traveling the world, the states, countries to like see cool things that are, like national parks and things like that? Or is it more like beach vacation? Because honestly, that's my favorite vacation.
Honestly, beach vacation, but I do love to travel. I just never really have time for it. Definitely beach vacation, though. I love the beach or the lake.
It's like, I'm from California, so I'm right there with you. So we've also asked a lot of our guests, and I know you said you're a little more humble, but this is a chance for you to brag. Has there been a moment in your volleyball career, whether it's a game, a play, or something that is just incredibly memorable to you, where you're like, this was such a great moment, I played so great, or I had this, whether it's you or a team had an incredible accomplishment, a memory. Mine is my dumb CIF in high school. That doesn't, but for you, like, is there something that you would love to brag about, or you're just like, I did great?
Oh, there's 2 matches at SMU that I will probably always remember. Louisville, when we played Louisville at Louisville, we beat them in 5. And that game was just honestly insane. Malaya, our right side, she was sick and like throwing up. And so it was just crazy. And it was just an awesome team win. So that was really, really cool. And then when we played Stanford at Stanford, it was just a really fun match. I loved it.
Those are both incredible games. I know exactly what games you're talking about.
I was gonna say, I remember the Louisville game very well.
Yes. So awesome. So definitely those 2 matches. For sure.
What are your goals for volleyball? And especially now that like you did reach your childhood dream of making it pro, like what's the future of Averi Carlson in volleyball and like your hope for the future?
Yeah, I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to play pro, and I want to play as long as I can. So not really sure what that looks like yet. So, but I definitely want to keep playing for sure. It's just so awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, Averi, I know we've taken a lot of your time and we really appreciate it, but we want to end real quick on this thing that we do called the side out sprint, which is just a series of quick questions where we kind of don't want you to think too much, just kind of blurt out whatever answer comes to you. And they're not like crazy hard questions. They're, fun, easy ones to answer.
Perfect.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
One song that is on repeat in the Atlanta Vibe locker room.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm like so bad with music.
But you're such a good dancer on TikTok. I'm like, know all the
anything. I feel like rap, or not rap, I guess rap, or like house music. Ava Martin's like a big house music girl. So I'll say any like house or rap that's like super popular at the time.
Would you rather have a match with 60 assists or 10 kills as a setter?
Ooh, 10 kills.
Yeah.
I was like, based on what you said before, I was thinking the 10 kills.
Lindsay and I are littles, and so whenever we get a kill, we're like, yeah, let's go.
I had like a full block the other day, and I was like, yes, let's do it.
I love it.
All right. What's your go-to order when you're back home in Lucas, Texas?
Ooh, go-to order anywhere?
Anywhere, like when you're back home.
Well, we have a swig next to our house, and so I get the Founder, and it's Diet Coke, lime, and coconut. Have to do Diet Coke.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that.
It's so good.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve as a setter?
Ooh, I guess when the middles try to set. Like, no.
You're like, get out of the way. This is my ball.
Meanwhile, they're like you when it comes to hitting.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, I got a set.
So true.
What's your must-have beauty product?
Blush. I have the Rhode Pocket Blush. I'm going to go with that.
Is it bedazzled yet?
It's not. I need to do that, though. Definitely.
Yep, next project.
Next on the list.
Which Atlanta teammate is most likely to become a coach one day?
Aiko's already a coach, but I'm going to say her.
Fair. And if you could have a dream dinner with any celebrity, who would it be?
Matthew McConaughey.
Ooh.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah,
That was
him.
quick. Why Matthew McConaughey?
I'm obsessed with him, and my favorite movie is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh my God, I love
So
that
good.
movie.
So
That's a great
I
one.
feel like it has to be him.
Well, Averi, thank you so much for your time and for speaking with us and telling us your volleyball journey and all of this fun stuff. I really appreciate you coming on the show. And we're so excited to watch the rest of this season and the future of your volleyball career as well.
Yeah, we'll be rooting you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.